Hello, beautiful butterflies. Very rarely do I make back-to-back videos, but shit, other people do it, so why not me? All right, I'm Monique. Good to talk to you again. This time, I want to give you my hot take on the play on Joe Biden and this new book. What's it called? Original Sin. Peekaboo. All right. So I keep hearing people, especially early on, talking about how Jake Tapper wrote this book, even though we could all see that Joe Biden was debilitated, demented, non-compos mentis, out of his mind, and very, very, very physically crippled to a certain extent, We all saw it. Jake Tapper ain't revealing nothing. Da 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 da. But what his reporting, him and the other guy, I forget his name, what the book reveals, see, that's not the revelation. The revelation is not that Joe Biden wasn't doing too good. The revelation is Joe Biden could not have been the president. And of course, you and I already knew that since before the election of 2020. Like I said before, he's already been out there making a stone cold fool of himself since way before that. But what the book reveals is that there was a secret cabal. Number one, a Politburo, which is communist talk for a committee instead of a real leader. You have a committee that's doing everything, where nobody takes accountability, nobody says what's really going on, and they just doing all this shadowy stuff behind the scene, not even a shadow cabinet, but a shadow president that's not a president, but about 6 to 8 people. Okay? I mean, I hope they get him on this auto pen mess. Do you know that in the last 100 days of the Biden presidency, he signed like 200 executive orders trying to Trump-proof the country, giving pardons to everybody and his son, his brother, his sisters-in-law, all this big old list of people that was on death row. Joe Biden commuted their sentences. He signed an executive order to sell off whatever was left of the wall. He signed an executive order to ban drilling for oil for like 25,000 miles around the entire country or something like that. Joe Biden wasn't doing none of that. These were all this far left Politburo, and I don't really know who was involved. Jill, Hunter, the chief of staff, her chief of staff. If Donald Trump figure out a way, the J6 committee, if Donald Trump figures out a way to make all of those executive orders null and void. Oh, plus today, the bomb dropped that Elizabeth Warren was using the auto pen. In other words, she was forging Joe Biden's signature. She's one of the people. And that's a shocker because I hadn't even heard her name mentioned in all of this until today. Man. If Donald Trump figures out a way to get rid of whatever he put down with that auto pen, and from what I'm hearing, he's been auto penning everything since day one, that's going to be something else. Because then Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and then Bongino, I'm giving them all the side eye because I want to see some arrests occur. They need to be investigating and locking people up. The J6 committee, all them pardons out the window. The whole Biden crime family, all them pardons out the window. Maybe even all those people that was on death row, heinous people, put them right back on there. And Donnie is committed. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But Donnie is committed to that death penalty, it appears to me. So, we will see. But, okay. So they keep saying that nobody knew until the debate. Okay. Y'all want to believe that? I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. Sold the Brooklyn Bridge. Not only did everybody know that he was non-compos mentis, or losing his mind, or had already lost it, and definitely lost a step or two, as people would say. Not only did they know that, but that's the whole reason for the debate. There has never been a presidential debate this early. This was July, June, I'm not really sure, but presidential debates usually occur way closer to the election, like September 5th, stuff like that. They did this debate so early because they were hoping that Joe Biden will reveal himself and drop out of the race, or be forced to drop out of the race in time enough for them to have a primary of whatever kind and move somebody else into position to be the competition against Donald Trump, because they knew that Joe Biden could not win. The way he was polling, Donald Trump was on track to get 400 electoral college votes instead of just 327 or whatever he got. So they looked at that and they were like, no, we got to get rid of him. And I think that they wanted to put him out on the debate stage, let him lose real quick, and get somebody else in there. Potentially somebody else they could control. Which is where Kamala comes in. But they didn't even really want her. Joe Biden endorsed her because, number one, she begged. Because you notice he didn't endorse her right away. He endorsed her hours later after she called him and was like, hi, Ali. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good. She begged him, and they let her run off with it. Which they say Joe Biden did as a FU to Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi and the whole Democratic apparatus for even suggesting that he couldn't beat Trump and trying to get rid of him. But anyway, I guess there'll be more to come. I'm still formulating ideas. But this is another hot take on Joe Biden. Our zombie, they were calling him. I'm not going to read this book. I'm not going to buy this book. But I will report on some of the things that I'm hearing. And trust me, there's more to come. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, and share. Peace.